Every parent and every child wants to give their kid an advantage so that they can become a better person, a more productive member of society. And this is an advantage that they can give their kids, is to provide them an after-school program where the kids get to work on their schoolwork, to make friends, to just become a better person and have an advantage as they go through life.
The best thing about Greater Enrichment is our motto, child-focused, family-centered. We really have embraced the whole concept of helping the entire family. Greater Enrichment, we provide such a variety of opportunities for not only our children, but our parents. We feel like that it's very important to help the families feel empowered so that they can help their children be successful in their academic lives.
Without GEP, a lot of the things that we have to do, it would be impossible for us to do, to sustain our family.
We will play in the literacy, science, math centers that they have set up for us. Some of my friends would help me with that, with my homework when it's too hard, and I would help my friends when their homework is too hard for them.
As far as for my child, she's learned to read better. She talks, her vocabulary is grown.
It makes me feel safe, and that all my friends are there. It makes me feel comfortable.
I don't know, it's just everything's GEP. Without GEP, our family would have some difficulties doing a lot of different things, you know.
Through GEP, they really learn to learn. They learn to experience things beyond what they were comfortable with in their own personal lives, things that they had never been exposed to before. And that, as they moved on in their lives, I would hope encourage them to try new things as they got older and experience new activities or try out new activities as they became presented to them. That really GEP afforded them the opportunity to take opportunities.
Most of these kids come from low-income families, people who have really low incomes. This is the reason the program was started in the first place. Bishop Battle saw a need 30-something years ago. And the parents sometimes don't have the funds for the daily things that they need, so they certainly have no funds for extras.
GEP provides a wonderful service to this community, and if it weren't for GEP, all of these children, probably most of them at least, would not have a place to go after school.
The GEP program to me is a way to change the trajectory of children's lives that are dealing with poverty and dealing with extreme circumstances in their home life that they may not have control over, but GEP and a school can work together to change that for a child.
Well, I think it's good for them to see that, you know, these adults that are coming in from this higher level of education are still fun and healthy and are bringing in this activity that they're enjoying as well. And so I think that kind of gives a good name for higher education. It's something for them to see at a very young age. Well, wow, you know, look at these, you know, these adults coming to me and they're fun and healthy and, you know, teaching me all these wonderful things that I can do when I'm playing and when I'm eating. And so I think that that's good for them to see that higher education is fun and important and, you know, a great step to take in the future.
Schools can only do so much, unfortunately. You know, they're limited resources. And so we think the school's doing a great job giving them the academics. But it's also nice to have other people come in and just show the children other things they can do for themselves, just for that healthy living.
We're going to be doing a little a game with a ball where it's a self-esteem game, a friendship game, so they'll get to learn to be kind to others, and it's always good to, you know, hear people saying nice things about you. So we're hoping that just in the little period of time that we're going to be here that they can kind of feel better about themselves, and it's important to have self-esteem and your well-being and feel good about who you are and building friendships with the children around you.
The best thing for the children is the environment. GEP, Great Enrichment, is a wonderful environment to be in, and when you have children going home, doing things that they normally should not be doing, coming to GEP makes a great impact for each child that we work with every day.
Through the contacts that they have with the teachers and the visitors and from the folk that they meet going on these trips, and just meeting people who are different, serving as role models, and I think that, and people who are mentoring them, I believe that that is how they are helped.
When they went to Ashley Park, they got into the GEP program, and you know, they take them on trips, they have family night, and they have Fun Friday for the kids, which they love that. They never want to come home. This one, the baby, she cries when it's time to leave. But you know, it's a great program.
I know that I can't change what they go home to. What I have control over is what I can provide for my kids when they're at school, and because I value what GEP brings to the schoolhouse and what the changes that can happen in the lives of my children, I know that I would fight tooth and nail to keep GEP in my school. There's no way they're taking it and putting it anywhere else.
It's a service that the Neighborhood Association wants to provide, but it's a lot of busy volunteers who don't have time to literally sit every single afternoon with kids, and so to know that the children of our neighborhood have a safe and happy place to go every single day, you know, that we can support without necessarily having to do ourselves every day, is a huge thing.
The great thing about the partnerships is we don't have to always take the students out. We can bring them in, and it's the convenience of having the sites here in the schools.
I'm able to go into the homes and mentor to parents and families together as a whole. We've been able to supply them with food. We've been able to supply them with uniforms. Been able to have like a personal relationship with them, like a big sister type thing. Some instances it's been like a mother figure, and it's just been a great joy for me and my family.
We bring in a program called Going Forward, using four-letter words in a positive way. And this workshop is based on the book of the same name. The book was written by a math teacher who works here in Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools. His name is Thornton Howard III. We have a partnership with Thornton, and out of that partnership, we expanded it to a partnership with the Greater Enrichment Program.
We all know that cohesiveness works, and together we stand, and divided we fall. If we stand together, then we're able to bring even more benefits to the children, and the children then see the cohesiveness, and then they learn how to work together as well. So I think it has a ripple effect.
If you ask a child, what do you want to be, and they say a rap star, or they may say a basketball player, or name some other sports figure, and you ask them how they're going to get there, and they start thinking, well, I'm going to practice very hard, and I'm going to learn this skill. Well, what else are you going to do? There's some other things you need to do before you can just play basketball. Tell us how if we ask them, do they participate in team sports in school? Yes, we do. What do you have to do? I have to make good grades. Well, guess what? You will have to continue to make good grades if you're going to be a successful rap star, because rappers have to learn how to read too. So read is one of those positive four-letter words that they know is important to them.
I don't have to worry about my child when she's at the school. They treat my daughter as though if she was their own. And I just love the program.
They help me achieve my goals by teaching me new things. Like I like to be a successful reader, and they help me build my vocabulary.
I don't think they express themselves at home in the setting as they do in a group setting, and it's educational not only to the person who's expressing himself, but the others chime in, because they all have some of the same experiences and the same things going on with them. And it helps the whole group. Maybe just one, by expressing themselves, will help the whole group.
If our students were not in our after-school program, most of the students would be at home by themselves, watching TV. They would be at home in some unfavorable situations. Most of the students would probably be at home needing someone to help them with their homework, needing someone to encourage them to do well, to excel, needing someone to help build their self-esteem. but they are needing a safe place to be where they're not by themselves. So Greater Enrichment provides that safe, nurturing, educational, enriching environment for the students.
They don't know that they're learning, you know, when they're just playing, but I think that they really can take that home, you know, and make that a part of their daily life.
I've seen the long-term effects. It brings me great joy when I get an invitation that I've had somebody that says, Ms. Tan, I've graduated from 5th grade going to 6th, or they're in middle school now and I'm going to the stores and see them, or like I had a phone call the other night, a child that I had at Bronze Elementary that's really getting ready to graduate high school. So that brings a great joy to my heart, because that lets me know that I make an impact on some child. Might not be everybody, but if I can reach one a day, then I'm happy.
I believe that the long-term benefits for my children, when I look at their future, it is a strong focus on academics and doing well in school, but it's also creating a very well-rounded child. A child that can build upon their talents and interests and then use that to you know, pivot them forward as they go into high school as far as what occupations they may want to go into. And so it's just a lifelong journey, I think, that GEP is starting them on.
Every dollar that's donated goes straight to the kids.
If I were in a room full of Greater Enrichment supporters, I would tell them that we need to work together for the good of these children.
Give, 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 because it takes a village to raise all of these children.
Thank you for your support, because we could not do this alone. It is because of you we are able to provide an excellent, well-rounded program for the students and families in this community.
Help us to make a child have a better life.
I'll say thank you, GEP, for all you've done for me.
Thank you a lot for all the money that you're donating for all the good events that we can do.
The perfect relationship for ensuring the success of Charlotte is to put the right partners together, GEP and you.